no finish, them won't fight us. If them they run, them no fit catch up. I know they from say too righteous. No come they from say you too like us. They no get it time, but they hate and they bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady clean like broccoli. Steady on my grind, no one hear what they want. Telling me could deny my fantasy. Then when they check if my tabby no rush. But it rush, well.
To make this, guys, I'll be using this cotton fabric, and I will also use this plain cotton fabric to accessorize it. You can always use Ankara fabric to do this, so you can use any African fabric of your choice. Because African fabric is cotton and this is also cotton, I feel like using this one, and I like the print. I like the print. So if you're using your African fabric, you're going to get the length of the dress you're working with. Let's say your dress length is 40. You're going to fold it into two like this, and you're going to fold it again like this, salvage to salvage. Can you guys see? So this is actually what I have on this list, but the length of mine is 40 inches after including my sewing allowance. So guys, like I said, from here to here, what I have is 22 inches. As you can see, you can do 22 inches, you can make it 20 inches, depends on how you want it. And what I have here is into 4 places, as you can see. Can you guys see? It's just because of the way the fabric is that I cut it. If not, I wouldn't have even cut it. I would have left it like that if I was using African fabric. Because I'm using this one, I had to cut it. Else you don't need to cut it. So the next thing I would do is to come here on the neckline. I'm going to come down. The neckline I'm coming down is 1.5 inches, and I'll mark it here 1.5 inches. The neck depth the neck width I'm using is 3 inches. I'll mark it. I'm going to connect this line like this. You guys already know the jet. So guys, this is very, very simple. When I say simple, I mean very simple. It's just like the last dress that I made. There was this simple dress I made. That one I made it V neckline, but this one is going to be another neckline. So guys, the next thing I have to do is, this is the back neckline. I have to come to this other side. So let me just come over like this. That side, I'm just going to get my arm. This is agbada, so I'm not going to be making shoulder slope. So all I need to do is, on this side, I'm going to come 14 inches. Guys, note this, it's going to be 14 inches. So I'm going to mark it here like this, 14 inches. And I'm going to come in, let me just mark it straight like this. Yeah, so what I have here is 14 inches. Now on the hemline, I'm going to come from this place to the hemline. I'm going to be coming 15 inches, and I'll mark it 15 inches, guys. I'll mark it here. I'm going to take it up to meet this line. So let me know where this 15 inches is here. I'm going to come like this. This is really a box dress. So guys, the only thing I need to do is to just curve this like this. That's all I'm doing. So I just curve this like this. This is all you need to do. You can come in from here. You come in 3 inches like this. You come in 3 inches before you start your curve like that. Can you guys see? Yeah. Then I'm going to come in from here. I'm going to be coming in 1 inch. So you come in so that your sleeve will relax, else your sleeve will not relax. So I'm just going to, get this over like this. So this is what you have like this. Yes, I like to make my clothes very comfortable. So guys, if you want to add pocket to this, you can come down from here. You come down 20 inches or 21 inches, depending on the length of your client. So I'm coming down 21 inches. I'm not that tall, but guys. Okay guys, I think this is it. I'm just going to cut this out. So this is actually what we are working with. So now next thing I have to do is to cut the neckline. So I'm just going to cut the neckline like this. And guys, I'm going to do something because of the way the neckline is. I'm going to open this up. So I'm going to open this like this. By the way, I made a crease. Can you guys see? I made a crease. I ironed this to make a crease. It will help me to guide me when I'm working on the neckline, on the front neckline. So on this place, I'm going to place this like this. Make sure they are equal. And I'm going to come on this side. I'm going to come 2.5 inches. So let me come this way, 2.5 inches, and I'm going to mark this. I have this particular neckline on my video. I don't know if you guys have seen that. So I have to notch this. I'm notching the two of them, both the front and the back. So I'll just notch this one like this, and I'm going to take away the front, and then I'm going to, from here, I'm going to just, you know, make a curve here like this. So I'll just do something that looks like this. Yes, slanted like that. So I'm going to cut this off like this. Yes, now I'm going to set the back aside, and we are working on the front. So as you can see with this, I'll know what I'm going to do where the other side is, the asymmetric neckline. So next thing I will do on the center front, if you guys can see, let me see if you're seeing this. Yeah, this is the center front. Can you see where I made this crease? So I'm going to come in 8 inches and I'll mark it. Remember, I have already taken away 1.5, so it means what I have there is 9 inches. So I'm going to mark this here like this. So now that I know this, I'm going to do this. So guys, I'm going to come in, let me make this clear. I'm going to come in here, from here to here, I'm going to come in 1 inch. So I'm going to mark this 1 inch. Okay, let me make it ½ inch. Let's make it ½ inch. I'll make here ½ inch. So from here to here, I have ½ inch like this. So I'm going to connect this ½ inch all the way to the neckline, not where I made the notch. So I'm going to connect this like this. And then guys, I'll cut this out. Now guys, I'm going to notch this place in ½ inch. Take note of this. So I'm coming in ½ inch like this. This will really help us when we are working. So the next thing I will do is to open this up like this. On this line, I'm going to come in again, like say 2.5 inches. I'm going to come in 2.5 inches like this, and I'm going to connect this line to this line. Remember guys, this is the center line. Have you seen it? This is the center front. So I'm going to connect these two lines. I'm connecting the line to the notch we made earlier on. Now I'm going to cut this out. I'll go ahead and also notch it in like this, ½ inch. This is very important. Now we are going to be joining this. So this is the back. I'm going to go to my machine and join the neckline first. So I'm going to place this together and join the neckline here, and also join this side. So I'll join them and come back to you and show you them. So guys, this is it after joining it. Can you guys see? I've joined the shoulder, and this is the neckline. So now what we have to do now for us to get the neck, the placket for the neck, we're going to measure this. So I'm going to start from here, from this place. I'm going to start measuring this way like this. You take it all the way around, passing the back. Make sure you take accurate measurement, because this is going to either make or mar the dress. So you make sure it is accurate. So with this, what we have here is 29 inches. Now because we need sewing allowance for this, we're going to be adding 1 inch, meaning ½ inch on this side, ½ inch on this side, which will make it 30 inches. Now, so the length of the strip we're working with is 30 inches. Now remember, this is the crease we made for the front. We are going to take this measurement on the side that is bigger. Remember, this side is shorter this way. So I'm going to take measurement from this place to this place. So what I have here is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to have my strip to be 2.5 inches times 2. But because I'm going to put it on fold, it's going to be like this on fold. And I'm going to add 1 inch sewing allowance. So I'm going to be making it 3 inches, as you can see. And that is what I have here. So this is what I have here like this, as you can see. But remember that this side is shorter. So this side that is shorter, I will take the measurement from the crease line again. I'm going to take the measurement. Remember, what we made it is ½ inch, but I have just noticed that it increased to 0.75, maybe because of the way I cut it. So what I have here is 0.75. I'm going to add sewing allowance to that, which will make it 1.25. So on one end of this, I'm going to make that 1.25 like this. I'm going to make it 1.25 and I will cut it from here. Can you guys see? I'm just going to make it an asymmetric neckline. So I won't even get to the end. So I'll just cut it this way and I start going out that way. Yeah, so this is basically it. So I will go to my machine now and join it on this side. I'm going to join it. Remember, this is the side that is short, so I'm going to join it like this, all the way like that and like that. So let me join it and bring it to you guys. So guys, as you can see, I'm done joining it. What I did was I went to my machine, check the side that is the bigger side, then I placed the one that is the bigger side on that. I turned it this way and I started sewing from the notch I made. You sew from the notch, make sure you exceed. I don't know why this particular style is always difficult for people, but it's very easy. All you need to do is just exceed. Make sure you exceed ½ inch to take care of this one. So I exceeded with ½ inch like that and I started sewing all the way like this, and I came here and I stopped here where I also made the notch. So as you can see, this is how it looks. So guys, the next thing I will do, let me turn this the other way around like this. Wait, let me put it in and show you guys. Can you see? When you put it in, it just aligns so perfectly and very neat. Can you guys see? Because of all the precautions and alignment we took care of. So this is what we're going to be having. Actually, I would have loved to stop here, but because I wanted to continue to get exactly what I have on the thumbnail, I'm going to continue and I would add this Danshiki design. I'll add this Danshiki design to it. The next thing I would do is, when this is like this, I'm just going to flip this over like this. As you can see, this is all we have. So I'm just going to pick this like this and go and sew it. So you make sure they align, this place doesn't cross. You just go ahead and sew it from here to here. So I'll just go and do that and come back to you. But when you want to sew it, turn it this way and you sew it from here to here. So that's what I'm going to sew now. So guys, can you see I have sewn it? I've sewn it that place. You just start from the notches where the notches are and stop there. So after you're done, this is how it's going to look. Can you guys see how neat it is? No dimple, no nothing. So the next thing we'll have to do is to make the Dashiki design. Actually, I would have loved to stop this here. Add the Danshiki design to it here. So we have to go extra mile and add the Dashiki design. You start here like this, place it like this, and that is it. I know you guys will be wondering how I made my Dashiki. It's very easy. Make sure that this is by maybe 9.5 by 11 inches when you're done making it. All I did was I folded it this way, folded this one this way, folded this one this way, and on the edge like this, I just picked this edge, made it like this, and brought this like this. Can you guys see what I just did? That's what I basically did. But you can decide, let's say this is your fabric, your design, you have folded this edge, and you want to make the V neckline the other type, you just come in like this and come in like that. This is it. So let's assume that this thing is folded by the side like this. That's it. You just place it here. So this is what I have. I'm going to pin it on this and go and join it. So I'll just go ahead and pin it on this so that it will be easy. It will not fall off when I'm spinning it. That way it's just very, very easy for me to make. Make sure you align this to this so it doesn't cross. That way it will give it a very nice silhouette and professional look. And I'll go to my machine, sew it here like this, like this, like this, like this, and like that. So next thing to do, I'll go ahead and close the side seam. So I'll just go ahead and close this side seam. So I'll just go ahead and close this side seam and hem the lower part. And then we are going to come over to the sleeve. We're going to be having a turn up on the sleeve. So let me just close all these ones and we come to the turn up and I show you how to do a turn up for your sleeve. So guys, I've gone ahead and sewn all the places. I've sewn the side and I've also hemmed the lower part. So guys, the next thing to do is for us to do the turn up for the sleeve. I've gone ahead to make a turn up for the other side so that I'll be able to explain to you what I am doing. So this is a turn up, as you can see, very neat. You see the other side. So what you have to do is you have to calculate, know how much you want for your turn up. That is the width that you want for your turn up. So like say the width I want for my turn up, this turn up I have is 2.5 inches, as you can see. I'm going to add 1.5 inches sewing allowance to that. which would make it 2.5 plus 1.5 will make it 4 inches. So you're going to fold 4 inches like this. So you're going to have in total 4 inches, 8 inches like this. Unfold will give you 4 inches. And then the next thing you will do is you are going to measure from here to here, whatever you have. You're just going to measure it. You're not using it really, just to know the amount of fabric you want. So whatever you have to add some inches to that. Let's say you have 24 inches, you have to just make it like 27 inches. So what I have here is 4 inches on fold, like I told you, which would be 8 inches. Can you guys see? So I have it on fold like this. So let me bring this. So if you see what I have here, I just took an extra, I made extra, so I don't need to calculate anything. The only thing I have to do is I have to turn this inside out. So this is the back of the dress. Just turn it inside out. I'll just go, I'll cross over with like 1/2 inch. You see, I cross over with 1/2 inch and I place it like that, and I will just start sewing from somewhere here. Just sew all the way around. When I get to somewhere here, I will stop and I'll show you what to do next. So as you can see, guys, I have sewn it to this place. I have sewn it to somewhere here like this. So I left 1/2 inch, like this is where this stops. So I left 1/2 inch. Can you guys see? I left 1/2 inch extra. So I'm just going to place this like this and also exceed by 1/2 inch, and I'm going to cut this out. So this is 1/2 inch here. So I'll go ahead and pick these two of them. Pick these two and sew it all the way around. Can you guys see? You just sew the two of them like that all the way around. So let me just sew it and show you what I mean. So this is it after sewing it. So you just go ahead and flip it back like this. Can you guys see? And just go ahead and place it like this and sew it. You sew it here. So I'll go and do that now. Make sure this aligns here. So I'll go and go to my machine and just sew it. So this is it after sewing it. As you can see the front and the back. No need to overlock this. Remember, this is the back side. So I'm going to flip this over to the front. So when you're flipping it over to the front, you have to leave at least 1/2 inch here. This is why you have added 1.5 inches sewing allowance to that. So you're just going to flip it, making sure this like this. Let me show you this. You're going to do this. Can you see? So that when you turn this over like this, this is the turn up. That's the turn up. That's what makes turn up. You have this 1/2 inch allowance inside as the sewing allowance. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to tack it at major points, at the shoulder, under the arm, and on the two sides. So I'll just turn it over and show you. So now this is the right side and this is the inner part, and the wrong side. So I'm going to this is the shoulder. I'm going to go ahead and tack it here, tack it under here, and tack it here and here, and that will be it. So let me just go ahead and pin it down so that it's easier for me. So I'm just going to pin it down here. Pin it down here and pin it down here. So I'm just going to use matching thread and just tack it a little bit. I'm not going to tack it all the way down. It will look tacky. Just make sure you use the exact color of just make sure you use the exact color of thread and you tack it. So I'm just going to do that like I did it on this side. Let me show you guys. Like this one, I have tacked it down there now because it's the same color. You can't see it. You see, I have tacked it down there and I have tacked it at the shoulder, but you will not see it because it's the same thread. So you go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Look at the underarm. I've also tacked it, if you can see the thread. So guys, with this we have come to the end of this video. do give this video a thumbs up, and you like it if you haven't liked it. Do remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and turn on your notification bell icon so you don't miss any of my sewing tutorials. And then I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.